Hello everybody, and welcome back once again to yet another Super Metroid hack. I mean, what else were you expecting? Anyway, this is Super Metroid Reverse. This is a pretty early hack. I believe it was made by the same person who made Limit and Legacy. I think this is the same guy who did this one, but I'm not 100% sure about that, so... Anyway, I went ahead and skipped the intro text, started us right off on the space station here because this is an early hack, so it has this in it. This is not something you see in newer hacks very often anymore, so... In fact, I think Event Horizons actually is the newest hack that Ceres is in, so... Anyway. Got these wonderful handrails. And there's a whole ton of dead bodies on the floor right there. That's a bit disturbing. Anyway, Reverse is very interesting. It's got some very weird stuff in it, I'll say that. It's kind of like 3/4 of a half hack, which means the same general layout as the original Super Metroid. And then it's also not the same. But that part comes later. You'll see that later. Anyway, so yeah, basically this same old. You got Menace still just rush to get out of Ceres here, so you can get to the meat of the game on the planet. Still 40 seconds, that's not bad. I'd be decently happy with 40 seconds in a speedrun of the original. Why is the station in the middle of Asteroid Belt? That just does not seem like the safest place for a bunch of scientists studying. It seems like there's plenty of places for space pirates to hide and ambush. I don't know, that's just... And the fact there's asteroids floating around you that might hit you. I don't know. That just doesn't quite seem to make sense to me. Anyway, the ship is interesting. I like the white and gray part. That part looks good. The rest is kind of not so good. So yeah, we'll get that missile much later. That's part of one of the... Well, probably the most interesting thing about this hack. It's one of the neatest things in a hack you'll see, even though this is an earlier hack. I'm pretty much using just the vanilla engine and all that stuff. This hack has one of... It's just really cool, so... But that's for much later. We'll get to that much later. Okay, good, it is down here. So yeah, basically you can see it's still like the half hack. It's just same general layout, not much different. Morph ball's in the same spot, your missiles are in the same spot. So it's really toward the end where you, like the last quarter of the game, where it goes in a completely different direction. You'll be hinted toward that kind of as you're playing through, but not really. If that doesn't make any sense, but it might later. I don't know. And that was a failed mock ball. Okay, now this is kind of pointless, moving this missile door cap down to that door. Because either door you go through, you're collecting missiles, which means you can open that missile door cap to get the other missiles. So there's not much point to that. And I think the energy tank is just gone. And speaking of energy tanks, you want to make sure to grab as many as you can. I mean, for obvious reasons, because energy tanks are always good. But there's Like, the really cool part requires you have enough energy for it. So, and there's one really frustrating room that I remember, and it's just really annoying. I don't think, and that was a failed mockball, geez. I don't think it's really like that painful or anything, but it's just really frustrating, and it can be really painful if you have a bad go in it, so beware of that. Oh, nice. Good force damage. And a plasma pirate. Oh yeah, there's a guy hiding back here too. So yeah, that's that. This shaft is now teeming with plasma pirates along the walls, which you can destroy with missiles, but you're much better off just going through the tunnel here and doing your circuit around to the top. Oh yeah, those guys are still there. And that was horrible timing. Okay, this thing here, I'll go ahead and show it off once I get bombs, which is what we're headed to. And they're in the same place as the original. I'll show it off, but I'll just let you see what it is. It's very weird. And be careful with spikes, because in your current suit, they deal 60 damage, which means you can get hit once before you die. So be careful with that. Spikes are always a dangerous thing to place early in hacks. Just for that reason. Because there's almost no hacks I'm aware of that start you out with more than the 99 energy. So then you're throwing spikes in all over the place, and that's not a good combination. Get up here. And just like normal, your bombs are going to be right back in this mess of little bugs. I forget what they're called. And in here, oh hey, you know what? I may actually be able to do the bomb Treso skip. Let me see if I can get this. Okay, that's good, I think. Maybe get ready to arm pump. Oh, well. Not quite. I think with it being pushed forward those couple blocks that you may be able to skip it. But I'm not entirely positive about that. Maybe someone who's watching this will know. Because technically you can skip it when it's in its normal position, but realistically that's not humanly possible. Technically it is possible, but no human can arm pump that fast. Okay, you don't actually have to get up that way, it's just faster, so. Plus, since I've been failing mockballing, I might as well do something that works. Okay, there should be a plasma pirate in my way. There should be an item underneath the old tank here still, if I remember correctly. Oh well, I just built through stuff. And there is, and it's not from this side, apparently. Maybe one of these breaks? No. Oh, maybe it's hiding back here with this guy. You never really know with hacks. I mean, sometimes you get a feel for when the person who makes the hack, kind of what they like to do, But oh, hey, there we go. Or sometimes you just kind of get an idea of where they like hiding stuff, how they like to hide it, and all that. So, because generally they'll use pretty much or very similar tactics throughout the whole hack. They may change it up slightly, require slightly different techniques to get them, but oftentimes there will be some items that are very similar that a certain hacker likes to do. So if you keep an eye out for that, it might help collect some items later, unless they're just really good at mixing it up. Anyway, here, I'm not actually, I'll just lay bombs here. I am not actually doing anything else. There's just a bunch of treadmills and slopes, and I am, as you can see, going all over the place. Now there's an item back here somewhere, I guess. Yeah, there's an energy tank back here that you can see eventually. Yeah, right there. Yeah, so you'll go right underneath it. You'll go right above it. And I have not been able to find out how to get this thing. So I don't know whether it's just a little taunt or what it is. I don't know. But yeah, you got this whole conglomeration of slopes and treadmills pushing you all over the place. And an energy tank I do not know how to get. If you can get it. So that's what's back here. And actually, with this whole thing, I think this will be a good place to stop the video for now. We'll pick up getting into Brimstone Part 2, so hopefully you enjoyed this part, and hopefully we'll see you for Part 2, where we'll continue on in this weird hack and figure out what else it has in store for us.